On the topic of bugs that bother me, this one is another one. And this is one that's lasted for quite some time. And every single time it's happened, it's made me question my own sanity. Because this one is so unfrequent that it's really difficult to spot. And the times that you do, you don't really question it. But now finally, for once, I've had this in mind when it happened, and I caught it. And it's actually the new map change. Ever since the change, I've no idea what's happened, but the nav mesh is not put down properly. And for those that do not know what nav mesh is, basically what it is just you mark like the areas on the map where you're allowed to go, and it allows you to go there. Like when you create a game or something, you create the terrain and it allows you to go there. Like that's nav mesh, like it's usually like for NPCs or whatever. But basically it's just where you can go terrain, etc. And I assume it's the same that functions when you click in the minimap. So when you click in the minimap, it will like say a route for you and put a certain destination. And just to prove it here, right? Like I stand in a certain position, I click where I want to go, and it will set the route and it'll path there. But my problem with this, and I hope that other people have noticed this too, is that sometimes this feels suboptimal. And I have hard proof, finally, that it's actually fucked. So if you pay attention to my pathing here, right? Like I've made one click and then it reroutes me back to my base. I didn't put anything. Even if I pressed my spell or like did something here, it would have put me towards the cursor. So either it would have routed me towards the golems if I had it on the minimap, or it would have just thrown the W down and like down here, which it didn't, and it would have cancelled my route, right? But instead, what it does, it just redirects my route, like sets a new one, even though I've not put any inputs at all, and changes where I go. And this is an extreme example, and I always say extreme examples are best. So the fact that I got this recorded is a blessing. Do not question my score. There was an incident there, as we can see with the Belveth. And we did end up winning the game, and I did end up doing the most damage, so that speaks for itself. Anyways, this is it. I'm sure other people have played the game, see a route in the game, and be like, wait, this route doesn't seem right. It seems like it's not saying like the most optimal route. Like sometimes it'll feel like a like it's taking the long route, right? Like here I try to time it, but it's not like exactly, and I did it again, like clicking manually, right? And this is something that I felt was fine before, but after the map changed, I've always had these like small moments where I like question my sanity, and I wonder like, what the fuck happened? Like, what's this? And then I just have to re-click again, it'll say a different one. I'm like, okay, this seems fine. So like there is something going on here. And I really want other people to share their experiences with me here. And that is basically it. And hopefully this can be brought to attention, because even though I don't think like clicking on minimap to move is optimal most of the time, it is something that should not be broken. Right. And this is something, of course, lower elo players will suffer more from than higher ones, as it's not something they will think about most of the time. So yeah, that's it. Peace.